Happy New Year, everybody. Raif here. For my first video of the new year, I decided I wanted to give some updates. First things first, a few months ago, most of you probably have no idea that this happened or occurred because it was such a minor blip in the news, but it's such a huge, big deal for the HIV community and for people to be aware about HIV. So the CDC agreed to a consensus statement made by PreventionAccess.org. It's this campaign that they started internationally to update people's perception of HIV/AIDS. And so PreventionAccess.org created this consensus saying that if you are undetectable for 6 months or longer, you are in effect unable to transmit the virus, HIV, to someone else. Regardless of whether they're on PrEP, regardless of whether you're using a condom or not, you will not transmit the virus through sexual intercourse. The CDC, that's the Center for Disease Control in the US, they signed on to this agreement saying they agree if you are undetectable for 6 months or longer, you will not transmit the HIV virus. What does undetectable mean? That means the virus has, I think it's fewer than, I think at the time that they made this statement, it could have been under 50 copies per milliliter of blood. I want to say that it is under 20 copies per milliliter of blood. It could be more than that. But right now I think the threshold for most tests is under 20 copies. So if you go to the doctor, you're considered undetectable, meaning you have less than 20 copies of the virus per milliliter of blood. You are undetectable, and if you're that way for 6 months continuously, then what they're saying, what the CDC has agreed to, what Prevention Access, this campaign that they've created, undetectable equals untransmittable. You cannot give the virus. Whether or not your partner, your sexual partner, is taking PrEP, whether or not you use a condom or not. They've done so many studies at this point. They've examined so many couples who have had sex with each other, with or without a condom, with or without PrEP, and the virus just wasn't transmitted. So that's huge news. That's big. But I saw a little blip in the news one day, and then I heard them talking about it on NPR shortly as well. But that's really all I've heard. And I think that's such a big deal, so I want to share that with everybody and hope that lifts some spirits, gives some hope to a lot of people. Also, so the medication that I'm taking now is called Genvoya. My doctor just informed me that they're rolling out a newer, improved version of the medication, Genvoya. I don't know if it's going to have the same name or if it's going to be different, but instead of having 4 drugs, it's going to have 3. And just waiting for insurance companies to approve that this year. Basically, my doctor is saying that basically medicine for HIV has reached a pinnacle where it's basically gotten as good as it's gonna get, which is freaking fantastic. Life expectancy is about the same as anyone else who doesn't have HIV. So now the focus and the attention on the research is gonna be on maybe the frequency that you have to take the medicine. So instead of a daily pill, maybe it's a weekly pill or a weekly injection or monthly or 6 month. So that's where medicine is going from here on out. The medicine is so good. There's really no reason to invest a bunch of money in researching, improving the medicine. There's not much farther that they can go. So now they're just working on medicine that's going to be more convenient, basically. So that's great. Let's see, what else? So a bunch of you have seen my new tattoo, posted it on Instagram and probably Snapchat and stuff, but I haven't done an official unveiling of the whole thing, really. I don't think I've posted anything, but that is the whole thing. It's essentially an angel wing. This is something I've thought about doing for a really long time. It's my first tattoo. I know it's huge, first tattoo. Went all in. And basically, to me, it means it's kind of like coming into my own, being my own protector, knowing that I can rely on myself at the end of the day, that I'm there for me, and that I am, I don't know, it's just like emblematic of realizing my own power and my own, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cheesy, I guess, but it's kind of like being my own superhero. I'm my angel, my own like archangel protector, you know? I think that's been an important theme for me in the last few years, is realizing that I'm my #1 fan. I have to be my #1 fan, because people will come and go, situations will come and go, but I will always be there with me throughout my whole life. And so I have to be my rock, I have to be my foundation, and I have to be able to trust myself that at the end of the day, I won't give up on me, and I will do whatever it takes for me to be happy and to improve and become a better person all the time. So that's that. Let's see what else. This year, so I'm going to be competing more this year. God, I can't believe it's only been, basically I've only been competing for a year. I had my first competition at the end of 2016, and I won novice in that. I did my next competition, it was at the very end of 2016, and then I went pro in this little, I shouldn't say little, but like in a smaller federation, a natural federation, went pro. That was awesome. And then this past year in August, I competed / auditioned for Fitness Star International for their modeling agency, and I won a fitness modeling contract with them. So that's cool. I got the ball rolling on that. Got some projects in the works. They just released their winter edition of Fitness Star magazine, so check that out. I believe it is fsagencymag.com. I'll put the link below. Check that out. You'll see there they did a feature of me, of my transformation story. So it's like a 4-page spread of me talking about being diagnosed with HIV/AIDS, and then my journey through that and overcoming that to where I am now. Okay, so that's where I'm at. And then my plan for this year is February, I'm gonna check out this other natural federation, INBA. They're international. They seem to be the biggest natural federation out there that I've been able to find. And they have their own Mr. Olympia in Vegas every year, so I think that's really cool. So at the end of February, I think it's the 24th, they are having a posing clinic workshop that I'm gonna go to, so I can find out what their requirements are for posing, what poses they expect to see, and kind of network and meet the people ahead of time. And then from there, I'll choose a show locally around LA, hopefully in the next 2-3 months after that, and then I'll just be prepping for that, getting back on my ketogenic diet, and hopefully do well on the stage there. I'm hoping to qualify for nationals this year. That's my goal, and we'll see how I do. Anyway, that's my update for now. Great news, undetectable equals untransmittable. Got a cool new tattoo. I definitely want more already. I think I'm gonna expand on this a little bit, maybe get like some kind of leather looking bracer tattoo around here, probably inscribe something meaningful there. And then I just wanna do it up. So yeah, undetectable equals untransmittable, tattoo, posing clinic coming up at the end of February, and I will have more videos for you soon, promise. All right, see you guys soon, bye.